Swords we clash, spells are cast, we roll, we play our games. The walls suffice, so step inside, get ready to roll with polyhedral paradise.
Nailed it! Oh, I think I got it right that time. You are about to enter a world of imagination. A war where battles are fought on hex maps and grids where they're virtually or in person. Dice are thrown, swords are clashed, and even the toughest problems can be solved with little ingenuity and a lot of luck. From power gamers to role players, all are welcome here. So with dice in hand and a heart full of adventure, I'd like to welcome you all to this polyhedral paradise. What is up? Happy Saturday, y'all! We're actually going to build a mega dungeon. The title of the stream is a little misleading because I didn't change it. So I'm gonna do that now. If you excuse me while I adjust this here, I'm gonna change the title of the stream. Do you want to build a mega dungeon? Do you? You can see this in real time. Want to build a mega dungeon? Question mark. Oh, did it get one off the screen? Let me just move this out of the way. See, look, you get to see the nuts and the bolts and the nitty gritty. This is the second stream of the year for me, so I got to work some stuff out. Anybody in chat? Callisto, good to see you. Thank you so much. How does the music sound? Is it too loud? Is it not too loud? I had a little bit of an issue with it yesterday, but I think it's okay. I hope it's not too bad. So yeah, let me just finish adjusting this stream label over here. Bring it all into view. And then we're gonna go. We're gonna run. We're gonna roll. So, just so everybody knows what we're doing, we're taking part in the Dungeon 23 competition where we build a mega dungeon from scratch throughout the course of the year. It's 12 levels, each level being built over the course of a month. 30 rooms per level, give or take. And some have 28, some are gonna have 31, but none are gonna have 32 unless you count hallways and stuff like that. So, oops. So, give me 1 second here, just adjusting some stuff. So what we're gonna do today, since we're a little bit behind on the, the days of the week, because it's the 7th. Oops. We're gonna do seven levels or 7 rooms today, and then we'll be caught up. We're going to stream every day from here on out, even if it's just for 15-20 minutes, just so we get in, build our rooms and get out. But we're going to try to do it every day. That's not saying we won't do additional streams, because we will, because I got the stream bug back in me, and I feel like streaming. So let's go take a look at our dungeon making software. As always, we're going to use Dungeon Alchemist. Dungeon Alchemist is my personal favorite map building stream. Map building software, sorry. Callista's so excited to see. Thank you so much for coming. So Dungeon Alchemist is an AI-aided software tool, but for the most part, we're going to be building it without the aid of AI because I want to do something very specific, But we're going to decide that level of specificity today with your help. Because not only do we have to build the dungeon, we have to decide what it's going to look like, what its theming is. Because half the fun of building a dungeon is deciding theming, right? So right now we just got our blank slate. So I was thinking that the first level of the dungeon, the first thing to figure out is what's going to be around this dungeon. Let's see. Checking something here. Let me give me 1 second as I try to fix a little something. The chat is not showing up on the stream, so let me see if I can fix that real quick for all y'all people watching. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's fixed. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's fixed. Okay, great. Sorry. So so what we're gonna do is first decide in the areas around our dungeon. Now, obviously, most of the dungeon is gonna be underground, but there's always got to be a first level, right? So, why don't we go with some of the options here are for terrain are badlands, desert, forest, grasslands, jungle, and that's what we got pretty much. So, what are you thinking, Callisto? What do you think we should go with? I would like to do maybe a foresty area, and have a small little castle set in a forest that leads way down into the dungeon. So let's see. Let's click on the forest here. So we're gonna make the map. We can expand the map as we go. We're gonna start off with 75 by 50 tiles. Remember, each tile represents a 5 foot by 5 foot square. So let's create that. So large map warning. Of course, we want to continue. I know what I'm doing. All right. So I clicked on yes. It is populating the map now as we speak. Now, when it first comes up, it's just going to be forests and trees and stuff like that. Now, if the computer starts to lag down, we may have to... Oh, no. Here we go. Okay. So let's zoom all the way out and see what they gave us here. I'm gonna close this. Oops. Cancel that. See, this is our drawing. This area over here is where we get to pick out. Oh, let's see. How's the stream holding up? Oh, I can see my mouth. It's getting all choppy. Let me see if I can do this. I'm going to... Well, can you guys hear me okay? If you hear me okay, then I'm just going to keep going. My mouth may just be a little weird. Alright, so let's back out, take a look at what we got here. This is our forested area. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do... Okay, we only got 7 rooms today. 7 rooms to build today. So, yeah, I'm running a little hot. Audio's perfect. Okay. I need a house for my father, Josh Allen. Josh can afford to buy his own house, sir. Buy his own house. That man is the man. Okay. All right, so we're going to start off in this forest clearing here. Abandoned ruins. What do you guys think? Castle, abandoned ruins, alchemist laboratory, crypt, desert, festive, or tavern or village? Oh, great council. Hey, Lunga. Yeah, Dungeon Alchemist is fantastic. Lunga, are you doing the Dungeon 23 challenge? All right, let's start off. Oh, how about an abandoned mansion? That'd be great because we could do like a 10, or we could do a 30-room mansion. It might be a little bit big. Well, we could do a mansion with an alchemist laboratory attached. So, all right. So we're gonna start off with a mansion. What is this here? Edit room. So, all right. So we're gonna start off with just what do you call it, like an opening to the mansion. So, we don't want to do random laboratory, pantry, study, great hall. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a great hall. I'm going to move over to the side here, so we'll have a clearing coming up here. Yes, that is true. Lunga says the only issues with his scaling and background scenery is huge, and also the walls. The important Foundry doesn't work right if using the levels modded in Foundry. Yeah. So Lunga says Lunga coming late. I'll tell you guys. So the Dungeon 23 challenge is basically a bunch of people have gotten together. Well, not even gotten together, but it's done independently. We're gonna take over the course of the year 2023. We're gonna create a mega dungeon. Which basically every day you're going to create a room. A lot of people are doing it in just notebooks, but I've decided to do it online. So basically you're going to create a room a day over the course of the year. It's going to be broken down into 12 levels, each level representing the course of a month. And at the end of the year, you're basically going to end up with a 365 room mega dungeon. And then it's just a fun thing to do over the course of the year. So we're gonna start here, right down at the bottom, with the Great Hall for our mansion. And yep. So how big should a Great Hall be? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25 feet, 15, 20. Okay, 25 by 20. So we're gonna click on that, and now the program is going to do its work. We're going to zoom in here and take a look at it. You know, as far as Great Halls go, it's okay. It's okay. Let's drop down and take a look at it a little bit here. Circle around. Yeah, a little underwhelming as far as Great Halls go. Gotta tell you. I feel like I don't like the placement of that, to be honest with you. So, but you know what we can do? It was a nice thing about it. Yeah, sure. Probably not today because I'm on a short time frame, but maybe tomorrow longer we can get together, and you can show some stuff off. I am on like a pretty tight window today because I have to be off at 6, but we can definitely get together and do that. Okay, so I'm gonna re-edit this room. It's been a bit since I'm remembering how to do that. Actually, you know what? Let's continue to place the rooms and then we'll go back and re-edit the stuff in it. Okay, so here's our Great Hall. We'll go ahead and change some of that stuff around. Now, which way do we want our building to go? So off of here, attached to the Great Hall, we'll do a hallway. Now, hallways are not going to count towards the room count, okay? So coming off of the Great Hall, let's have a hallway that runs along the outside of the building, because I always like that look. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, so we'll have a couple rooms off of that. So we've got a 5-foot wide hallway coming off of the Great Hall. And you can see the one nice thing is it already populates it with candles and pictures and windows. So all that stuff is in there. We'll go back and change the way that it looks in a little bit. So we'll drop back down. So off the Great Hall, we can go that way. Let's also do another hallway coming this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 5, 30, 40, 50. I believe it will get rid of the rock automatically, if I remember correctly. Bloop. Yep, there goes the rock. All right. So as you can see, it's starting to shape up. We get pretty big, pretty big beginning here. So we got the Great Hall there. What else we got? So coming off of that, we'll have a large living room coming off the Great Hall. All right. So off the side of the Great Hall, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. There's our living room. So that'll populate. And look, see? Oops. You go down here to ground level and you can see it's got a piano in there. And a sofa, nice red leather sofa. Now the scaling, like Lunga said, the scaling is a problem with Dungeon Alchemist, because that should, like, if you look top down, that's essentially a 10-foot sofa. No, I ain't right. That 10-foot is an awful large sofa, but we're just getting the outlines now, so we're gonna go back and adjust all that in a little bit. So living room off of there. Off of the living room back here, let's do not a bathroom. What do you guys think? Should we have the kitchen off of the living room or the dining room? I'll give you guys a second to let me know. While I take a sip of this. This stream not sponsored by White Claw. Happy Saturday, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate this. It's great to be back in front of a camera, because I love hearing myself talk, and get tired of hearing myself talk. So now you get to listen to it. Dining room. Callisto says dining room. That sounds good to me. All right. Why don't we do a really, really big dining room? The people who used to live here love to party. Now, if if I were doing this, if like we had started off on day one, I'd be developing a backstory as is. So why don't you guys think about who lives on this first level? You know, like why does this building exist? Now keep in mind there's going to be this huge dungeon underneath. So think eccentric, think mad scientist, think somebody who has an awful lot to hide underneath, or maybe somebody who owns this who doesn't even know that this mega dungeon is underneath of their mansion. So just as we build, just keep that in mind. But these people like to entertain. They definitely like to entertain, so they're gonna have an exceptionally large dining room. So let's count it back. Count with me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40. 40's good. 40's good. 40 by 20. That is a dining room. That's a dining room. All right, it populates. Man, all that dining room is just this little old table. All right. Well, off of the dining room, we definitely need to have the kitchen. So, do a kitchen here. And dining room that big, you're going to need to be able to cook in it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Hey, all right. So 30, and we're going to populate the kitchen. I tell you, it is so nice. Like, it is going to be some awesome dinner parties. This program is fantastic if you're not really locked into caring too much about what your stuff looks like, and you just need a map and you just need to pop it out. Man, this is great. You can crank out maps in game. Like if you're doing a virtual game online, and you're not even if you're using a VTT that maybe isn't maybe not Foundry or one of the bigger ones, but if you're using something like Owlbear Rodeo where you can just import something real quick without a whole lot of legwork. To be honest, I don't know how Foundry works. I don't use it. But if you're just like quick importing something, you can actually use this during your game, make something real quick and boop, pop it in. So it's really cool. So yeah, let's take a look down here. We can zoom down into the kitchen. You can go take a look down at the ground level. So there you go. You can go in here and there's some bread on the table and some cheese, and there's some stuff brewing in the pot. Got some chicken in the pot. Chicken. Love chicken. All right, so off of the kitchen. Anybody count with me? How many rooms is that so far? How many rooms is that? So the Great Hall 1, living room 2, dining room 3, kitchen 4. Okay, so to get caught up, need 3 more rooms, and then we're caught up where we're at so far this year. So, all right, so pantry. Every kitchen needs a pantry. All right, so I don't want to disturb. I like the placement of the stove. Let's do the pantry inwards a little bit. All right, so we'll have the pantry coming off here. Oops, I'm gonna have to make that a little bit bigger. All right, so let's populate the pantry. Now, anybody who hasn't seen this, once we get this all set, you can really dig down into minutia with this stuff. So it's not all, what's here now is not always necessarily how it's going to look once it's done. We're just getting the baseline here. So we got the pantry built here. Let's see. So cellar would be downstairs. Let's do another pantry. That's a double pantry here. Double pantry all the way across the sky. Anybody remember that one? That gem? Like the Double Rainbow song? Somebody out there's got to remember the Double Rainbow song. Alright, so that populated. Okay, there's 2 pantries off of the kitchen. So one will be for dry goods, one will be for wet goods. Is that a thing? Liquor? I don't know. Alright, so I'm not going to count that as another room. So we're going to do 2 more rooms today, and then we're going to start changing some of the fixtures and some of the flooring. We need a cohesive feel for the space. You can't have green and gold checkerboards and black and white checkerboards and parquet floor in the same space. You just can't. You just can't. It has to be cohesive. That's my designer rant. And there's no way you could have brick walls and these god-awful walls in here with a moose head. Oh, good Lord. Oh, Lord. All right, sorry. Enough of that. Enough of that. All right, so we get the pantries. So let's go back to the living side. So we'll call this like the entertaining side, the kitchen side, right? So that's what this will be. Yeah, we're gonna count both pantries as one room, just for the sake of today. I don't want to be done yet, and then be finished. Like, I know we got a long year to go. We got a long year. So that side will be the entertaining side, the food side, and stuff like that. This side over here will do like the bedrooms and the living quarters and stuff like that. So maybe we'll do like an L-shaped mansion. And then on the inside, maybe we could do like some sort of garden or like a walled garden, so to speak. All right, so off of the Great Hall, which I really feel like should be bigger now, but we'll leave it for now. Off of the Great Hall, let's put some bedrooms. No, definitely not yet. Study. Let's do a study. So we'll do a study right off of that. So the study will come back here. 15, 20 foot. 10, 20 by 25 for the study. So we'll put the study there. Let's see what this comes up with the study. Oh, there you go. Oh, a typewriter? Is that a typewriter? What is that? No, it's some sort of press. Can't tell what that is. No, I'll find out once we go to, once we get to change things. So here, you look down, you see there's a doorway there going into the main hall. Then you turn. Oh, there's a tree in the way. Turn and then go through this door, down the hallway, into the dining room. I love this view. Yeah, it does look like some sort of press. Printing press or something. And then, okay, so let's back out. Alright. So now we got this study in there. Alright, 2 more rooms. Is there a library? Library, living room, lavatory. Let's check some of these other ones. Castle, dungeon cell, throne room, treasure room, brewery, barracks. Oh, a brewery. Ooh. Let's see. Tavern, village. Oh, there's a whole village. Oh, wow. That's right. It's been a while since I've used it. They've definitely added some more stuff. All right. Let's go back to the castle, and we will grab from the castle. Now, keep in mind, we can change the look of the walls and everything. So if this does spit out something that looks more like a castle, not like a mansion, we can definitely change it up. All right. So I wanted to find the library. Now, where would I see the library at? No. Library. No, I'm not seeing it. Lavatory. That's it. All right. Yellow brings up a good point. It says, "Whoa, isometric, huh? Pretty dope. Is it the future, or does the lack of variety make it less than desirable for those of us who want a more unique looking textures and things?" Yes, it does limit certain things. It's really nice to play with. It has a lot of options, but I always recommend when you're using maps, even though you want to add a lot of detail and stuff, I really think for in-game play, a lot of times it's better to leave them a little more bare bones and just have things be a representation of what the game world looks like, maybe just for reference, rather than be the definitive product. Like, describe your rooms and your walls as crazy you want to describe them, and I would keep everything top down. I wouldn't let players see what the walls look like. I wouldn't let players you know, kind of strip everything down if I'm actually using it in game, because I want to be able to let players use their imagination and not be locked into what they're seeing on the screen. That's the fine line you start to work with. Like, as good as these virtual tabletops are starting to get, like, at some point the player's imagination there's like an imagination gate where it starts to shut down if what you're seeing on the screen is way too good. You're like, okay, well, what's this thing here? What's this thing there? I'm like, well, it's just a representation of what's in the world. Well, what's this thing over here? It looks like a phone. I was like, it's not a phone. There's no phones, you know. So there is a fine line you have to walk. So yeah. So this is really fun to play with, and it's really fun to build. But I still recommend sort of dialing it back a little bit when you're using them in game. Yeah. Even with the bells and whistles, the theater of the mind is still a big part of the game. Yes. And I don't want to get on my soapbox, but I worry with what Wizards of the Coast is doing, they're going to start locking people into like too much of a digital. But you know, but these things are great. These things are great to play with, and they're fun to create with, and they are really helpful for getting things out real quick. But remember, there's one thing I always do in game. Maps are for battles only. Just battles. If you're not in the middle of a battle where you need to know what the layout is, theater of the mind. I am not making a map for every single area you're going to go into. Maps are for reference in-game only. Pay attention, use your mind, use your imagination. When we need to fight somewhere, then I'll give you the room. You know, at least that's the way I look at it. So off of this study, why don't we do, still wanted to find a library. There we go, library. All right, so off of the study, we're going to put a library down. All right. But man, they are fun to play with. All right, so we got a nice big old library there. See, it is limited, you know, but it's limited in a nice way. All right, so library, and then we're going to extend the hallway down a little bit further, and we're going to get into some bedrooms, and then we're going to hit our 7 for the day. So let's go back, draw room. So back to our mansion, back to our hallway, and we're going to extend this hallway down a lot further. And remember, this is going to be like a winged V type of mansion. Now we can go in and we can remove that little wall that it created there. So it's created this little blockage and wall, so we can just easily just remove that right there. We can just boop, boop. It's taking a little bit to remove the wall. Also, the other thing the imagination doesn't do, the imagination doesn't lock up. Oh, I did that wrong. That was my fault. I was supposed to remove the wall, not remove the whole room. So, let me do that. Let me fix that. Edit room shape. Delete objects. Anyway, I'll go back and remove it later once we get into the bits and pieces. Place windows, place walls. There we go. Remove wall. Oh wow! I didn't know we could do that. Remove walls and then open it to the outside? That's new. Huh. Paintbrush. Did a way too big paintbrush. There. Alright, let's go back to the bedrooms. Alright, so we'll start off with the master bedroom right off of the library. Because that's where I'd have my master. Let me back out here a little bit. Look at that big boulder. Alright. So the master's going to come all the way down here. That's a big master bedroom. I love how it takes the rock away. You know who else took the rock away? DC. Oh, no he didn't. No he didn't. Oh, look at that bed. That's nice. But again, you know, when your players come in here and be like, oh, look at the pattern on the bed. Well, what if you want the person who owns this to have purple velour bed sheets with freckled jewels on them? And, you know, they're gonna look at this and be like, that's not what it looks like. You know, but hey, always with the imagination. All right, so we got the master bedroom. All right, so let's count and see how many rooms we got on this 7th of January. So we need 7 rooms to hit our quota for the day. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops. Oopez. We'll count all this as one kitchen. So that way, you know, we're still on track. So we got 7. All right. Oh, I want to extend. No, you know what? I don't want to extend that hallway down any further. All right, let's back out here and take a look at it from top-down view. Okay, so here's the start. There's the start of our mansion and the start of our Dungeon 23 challenge. Oh, cool. The Facebook Live comments are working. That's awesome. I can see it. Thank you, Patricia. Appreciate it. Thank you, Trish. Yes. Oh, just a reminder. Eventually, probably within the next 2 weeks or so, these streams just for the Dungeon 23, not for Polyhedra Paradise Live in total, but just the Dungeon 23 streams are probably going to be done live on Facebook and Twitch, and then uploaded to YouTube. Because rewatching a live stream on YouTube, a lot of people don't do that much. So I'm gonna upload them as videos, but we'll let you know before that happens. But I just want to get used to streaming on both platforms. So there we go. There's the start of our mansion. Tomorrow we'll be adding another room, and we're going to go into what we've already created and start changing things up and switching things around. But I'm just about at my time limit for today. So let's yeah. So thank you everybody for showing for the first official Dungeon 23 challenge stream. We got a good bit of stuff done today. Thank you everybody who came, everybody in chat. Callisto, Yellow, Doozit, Lunga from the Grey Council. Cap was here a little bit ago. I think Binky was watching. But let's see. See, Ryan gets all the views from you, Callisto. During their executive streams, I have 3 screens open: YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Man. And I've yet to figure out how I can actually highlight a comment. So that's not working. Actually, bear with me 1 second. Let me see if I can do it. Give me 1 second here to see if it is working. And no, I can't figure out how to highlight it. Anyway, I'll figure it out later by the time we do the next stream. But thank you guys for showing up. Happy Saturday. Remember, I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to continue working. And in the game of life, may you all roll with advantage. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.